I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA's Daily Review. Today is February 22nd, Thursday, 2024. So we had this massive bullish day starting from the open here. Totally blew out the idea I had yesterday of kind of double topping around here and then slowly coming our way down. So with the NVIDIA news, when I made it yesterday, so watch yesterday's video so this makes sense. I was a little upset that I didn't hold the trade and catch it all the way. Now, long story short, I'm a day trader, but I used to be also a swing trader, and I'm a lot more on the impatient side. And I like to get my money and go. So, back to my US 30 days and in euro, I was swing trading more and holding for bigger positions. But Nas, as I've been trading Nas new, I mean, man, this is a great fucking asset to swing. But just to show you it's manipulated, Nvidia, reporting its earnings and its position and power of value. S&P and not and Dow don't have no reason to be jumping like that high. So long story short, yesterday was so beautiful that I wish I did held, and I got the bottom, all right, but got out like right here, and no, here, sorry. And it's crazy how if I was to have held that trade from yesterday till today, and this is nothing brand new, but just to share with you, this would have been about, this would have been at least about 50 some $1,000 in a matter of fucking 24 hours, right? So with that understanding, I mean, I'd love to kind of go back to swing trading, but I'm a day trader at heart, but my heart sees swing trading. So if you're running into that issue, and I'm not saying I don't know who I am. I mean, I'm just being just upfront, honest. You're right. Some people are not honest, but it would have been great to obviously hold that. So because of that, and because of me missing that, I was married to selling today. So today was a losing day. I'm in this trade now, but I only did this because I have confluence. Well, let me explain it before I get there. So, what's it called? So here, when we opened up, obviously, and we're moving up constantly, Asia London. I'm waking up here. So I'm like, man, I got the open range here. I got so much confluence. I have the opening of the week that we blew through. We have imbalance here that we haven't tested. We have that gap that's sitting there that goes through the chart right there. See that? And we have, again, the opening range, right? So and we just kept pushing up, right? So I was like, all right, no problem. I didn't have a problem with being bullish after it retraced to somewhere in this vicinity. Never got that, right? So let me show you this. And this video is helpful. So, the bottom line is, of course, I dropped the ball. I made a mistake, but I've been winning for so many days. I expected a day, and what's funny is I have the inkling already that I was like, when I saw the price sitting here, I was like, oh man, this is going to be one of those days that it just keeps flying. But my ego got in the way, and I was married to getting in here, and I was a little upset that, I had missed all this, right? Even though I wasn't trying to catch all this, at the same time, it's just natural for me to be like, man, that's crazy. So what here, this 930 kind of spooked me out, right? Kind of shook me out, even though I did take this sell down here. And I took a couple of trades. I was in profit for each trade, but didn't take the profit. I let it go against me. And that's because I was so gung-ho on getting down here. So anyways, long story short, that was the fake move down. And then the price pushed up here. So when the price got up here, I was like, I looked at myself like, okay, we're in this imbalance here. The historical data also threw me for a loop. So I can't show you the historical data because I paid for it and I can't give it away for free on YouTube for free. So you can go get it yourself, right? But in general, I'm like, the historical data shows it coming to here, like where it is now. I was totally okay with where this was, right? But it shows it coming down. So that was the tipping of the iceberg for me, right? So we were in here and I was like, all right, there's an imbalance here on the 1 hour. I'm like, this makes perfect sense, blah, blah, blah. And then, but the here is where the red flags are of where it was going to keep going up. Obviously we have, I got this shit not seeing. Obviously we have this massive push, right? So that should be number one. Number two, when we opened up, we also just kept going up. So that's red flag number two. Number three, we do have that high there, yes, right? But forget that high at the moment. It's sitting in an imbalance on the 15-minute, right? That's not that big of a deal because it still could have wiped it down, came down. But with with the 8:30 news, so we had plenty of news today. We had 8:30, we had 9:45, and we had 10 o'clock. So because of that, I was like, oh yeah, we're definitely coming down with that. But 8:30, look what 8:30 did right here. Nothing. Came down a little bit, poked right in there. I'm like, okay, that ain't shit. And I would have preferred it to wick up and wipe out liquidity. Didn't do that. I said, okay, nope, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just watching because I want to be on Thursdays and Fridays. I want to be more on the earlier side because generally the price will get a good position from there. But anyways, then the price 9:30 here, right? We open up and we shoot up, and I'm like, okay, cool. I like that. We wiped out liquidity, but we did not take out that high. So this is where the red flags are coming to me, but I forcefully ignored them. So it didn't take it out, because if it took it out, then I would have been like, okay, cool, now we're going to come down. But it just made a position right here to add more liquidity when they went up. So when they came down, look where they came down. They came down and they wiped out this liquidity here. This one here. And they did not take out that piece. Because they didn't take out this piece, I knew that was red flag number 4. So anyways, let the price go up. Price kept going, no big deal. And then price got up right here. And now we're sitting right in the center of that imbalance and an inversion imbalance right there. So I'm like, all right, I got to take this shot because this is, now we're probably going to come down, and I'm looking at historical data and all this bullshit. So, and really it was just a fucking higher high, man. So came down, I was in profit, and I'm snipering, got a great position, it's down $5,000, I'm winning. And then it comes in and sits in here, and on a 5-minute, it literally sits here on this 5-minute down candle. And I'm like, oh shit. And then there's a gap sitting there, and I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna buy. But my ego, I would not get out of that mentality of trying to be right. And that was a higher low, made a new higher high. Then this came up here, and then so it came against me. All right, took a loss, and I'm, it's not a big loss because my risk is small. And then took this again. And once this hit 1 standard deviation from here to here, I was like, all right, cool. This is the extent of it probably. And now we're coming down. All right, came down. Fucking another 5 G's. Wonderful. Didn't take the profit. Was married to getting down here because I know it should. So here's the difference. I know it should go down there, but is it going to go down there? Obviously, there's a big difference in that, right? So, anyways, just being very transparent. I don't give a fuck. But so take another loss. At this point, when we break above here, I'm like, first of all, I have to be done. I took too many losses. Number 3, I don't trust the day. I don't want to fucking be involved. I mean, because you got that dangling carrot of the high. You got down here as a dangling carrot. I'm like, man, let me wait. Let this thing, I know this thing's probably going to keep buying up slowly, and I'll wait till it hits a key level. Just like yesterday when we bought at the end of the day in the PM session, between 2:40 and 3 p.m. Same story here. So this is how I treated it. So I had to let this go. Let it go. Okay, so now, and also this was a nice buy too. If I go to 1 minute real quick, let's see here. So on this is just a higher high and a higher low, higher high and a higher low. And in normal cases, I would be with this shit. You know what I mean? But it just, the way things happen, clouded my judgment. There's just no other way I could tell you. But when you broke this high here, you retrace back. You got these two down candles, this imbalance, fucking big red flag. All right. Very big red flag here. Yeah. And this buy right here was even nice when it shifted right here. Yeah, here. See, right above here, it came right back. This inversion imbalance held. So you drag this out right here, boom, and that would have held nicely. See that? And once I knew it was a problem once it hit here, to be honest. And I was like, oh fuck, But right when here, and here's the other thing I need to tell you. I should have flipped. If you're asking me what I wish I would have done, I wish I would have took this because of the fact that I see the bearish tools failing and bullish tools winning, right? Order flow is bullish, right? So, and if I would just flip my mind and say, you know what? Fuck it. Just buy. It's all good. Here's your entry. Let's go. And if I would have just flipped my mind, it would have been all good. So, and I was just too stubborn. So that being the case, that's a nice buy. That's a nice buy right here. And then this is a nice buy right here. You can see that right there. Two down candles. See that right there. This coming down in here. Beautiful. Right into that imbalance right there. And then popping up over here, coming back, taking that piece of liquidity, also sitting in this imbalance with these two down candles. I mean, man, the order flow was so easy after this, but I was just like, fuck you, I'm done. And I was kind of upset about myself. But again, this is part of trading. So let's go back to what's really happening. So now to this point, I wait until the later part of the day, and the price does hit -3 standard deviation from here on this down last move. And also back on the daily on the daily chart, you can see that this candle here, this February 12th Monday, the wick. So I'm wanting to see reactions either at the open, because I know we're blowing through this high. I mean, so now it's a matter of last resort, right? So it's either the open, or because the open's right above that high, and we have the middle of it, and we have the high itself, right? So we get to 50% of that wick, right? And that wick is also 50%, very, very close to 50% of the weekly wick, right? So that's why I'm also looking at this area, right? 4 hour, you can see this. It's not this wick. It's pretty much from the open to this high, but it's very close. It's misleading. It's really right there, that open right there of this day right here. So Sunday at oh, and I forgot there was a gap here, then I didn't see it earlier. Which is, can you not see it? Because where is it? I think it's hovering back here. Let me see. Yeah, right there. See that? You can't see it. See that? And that's another thing yesterday I forgot to mention. I forgot there was a gap right here. So this gap is from Sunday, February 11th, right? So let me put that back on. See it's right there? All right. And it's literally covering that gap. So that's why I was like, fuck this high. I mean, we had a gap right here. I was like, dude. So either we were going to react at the open or at the 50%, and that was the shot. So why am I telling you all this? The point is that I'm wanting to see. So once we come up here, we blow through the open and the gap. We test it. We go back up. We go straight to the 50 level, right? So what do? We break down and we come back up to it. See that? This is why I'm taking this trade, right? And what am I hoping? Well, I'm hoping that because this is fucking ridiculous. I mean, just to be honest with you, no regular person can be in this trade. They didn't even give you a chance to get in this trade. So to be honest with you, this is as unfair as it can be in trading. So, and we all know this when we sign up for this business, but the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm expecting for it to, okay, so this trade might not work out, right? But it can either bounce from this candle right here, so as support, It'll either bounce from this candle as support, or maybe from in here, this inversion imbalance, drag it out, might bounce from there. Or we might bounce from here, these up candles right here, or I'm just showing you these as support, right? And when we broke through, look at that. So just kind of like this idea, when we had this down candle, we blew through. Look at, we had a normal retrace here, normal retrace. All of this was normal retracements. That's ridiculous. I don't give a fuck earnings or not, bro. Sorry. There's no pullback. There's no nothing. Zero. So either we're gonna skyrocket from here, right, and make a massive leg like this, and just continue it up, or I'm looking, because today's Thursday, by the way, and it's also the idea was Thursday could be a reversal day. So my heart was in the right place, right? But it is what it is, right? But so now with this trade, what am I trying to gain? Only two scenarios of the possibility. Either we're going to come back, fill some of these imbalances, bounce on one of these levels, and I put this here because this would be obviously extreme if we're still bullish. And it might not even come down here. If I was to put a fib from here to here, where's 50%? Let's just basically ballpark it. You got this big, massive ass opening range, dude. We barely tapped into it. So if you look at on this chart, yeah, 1 hour is probably better. Let me go to 1 hour. So look at, push right through that, bro. Like, stop it. So that's why I have this shown. And then here, look at these highs. We blow right through it too. We stop right here. We blow through it. So I like this level. This is also the opening of the week. So I want to see Friday. So tomorrow I want to see like Asia, London have it down here, and then Friday kind of push it back somewhere in this area. So wherever it ends up going, and listen, it might not. It might stop here and just literally keep buying. I'm okay though with taking that shot though. It's in good profit. It's in break even. No harm, no foul, right? This is what I should have did yesterday, just to be honest with you. This is what I should have did yesterday. But, that earnings could have wiped out that low. I mean, easily, but it took me out, right? But it didn't. So, it's what it is. It's already, again, look at the time, 2:30, right? So, and then what time does this sell from? Finally, 3:40, right? So they love to do that at the end of the day where your ass can't get in and you're probably closing your trade and you're not even going to take a trade. So that was the same logic of yesterday, right? So, but I should have did this yesterday. I would have been up $50,000 in 24 hours, but it is what it is. So I'm just hoping for it to come back down somewhere logical. And any one of these places, pick. I mean, sure, pick, dude. You know what I mean? But again, I do know that it might just bounce from here. I do know that it could just bounce from here, like where it literally is now, and then it never come back down until we break the new highs, make all-time new highs, and then we are talking about a retracement leg, right? So that being said, hope that helps, and then clarifies things. But at the end of the day, man, what I should have just done is understand that and this is my model too. It's an imbalance. We're not breaking that low. It's got another high, another higher low, another high. I mean, just follow the flow, man. If it's buying and you pushed up this high, don't try to be smarter than you are. You don't need to be. Just follow the trend, right? But that's what I would have wished I'd done differently today. So no big deal. But all a learning lesson. And let's take a look real quick at the other assets before I go. And you can see here that I mean, so someone tell me, listen, another person asked me, do you like fundamentals? I don't deal with fundamentals. I don't need to. Interest rates, yes. Earnings, yes, obviously. Nvidia, it has been a situation, obviously, and that's fine, right? And could I have used it to my advantage yesterday? Absolutely, right? But at the same time, we still don't know where it's going to go, right? So I don't really focus on that. But that's as far as the fundamentals I would go. But you really don't need them, to be honest with you. I'm just using as news days for us to push to where I want to go faster, right? That's just really it. But as you see here, look at this. Look at S&P, all new highs. crazy as hell. Look at this. Does that look fucking normal to you? Does that look natural to you at all? Look at that. They're full of shit. Full of shit. But I don't know. We didn't break that high. Are we lagging? Possibly, but they blew through. Way too much imbalance. So coming back down is, dude, it makes sense. And so obviously Friday, Friday can be a very big bullish day, but sometimes Friday is a reversal, and or not full for a reversal, but a big retracement of the week, right? So we might see that. I mean, we're in the overbought areas. We'll see here, but Dow. Let's see Dow real quick. And wow, they're almost, man, Dow, that's crazy. We might go to 40,000. I mean, obviously we keep pushing, but I mean, dude, this leg right here, it would make sense to get a retracement. And plus, we're supposed to dip in March, so it's already February 22nd. Like, I mean, we'll see how that goes, but we should be seeing a retracement soon, in my opinion. And it doesn't mean to be bearish. I mean, at the least, you need a retracement. You know what I'm saying? Like, so other than that, dollar's still fucking around here. They did dip lower into this gap and sealed that imbalance and got a better position on this down candle. So I'm hoping that dollar is going to push up now, because this is a good enough retrace right here. This is nice. So if it keeps going, then now we can get our move down. So we'll see how this goes, but this is where we are with dollar. So, all right, I hope this helps. You guys take care, and God bless.